Hey, what's going on, everybody? Figured I'd try something a little different on the stream today. Like I said, I was setting it up so I could do different kinds of live streaming with it, like podcasts, so on and so forth. And so today, we're going to show you how we make the perfect pancakes. That's right, the perfect pancakes, hand down. My 10-year-old verse calls them the better than IHOP pancakes, and this one just eats them. He loves the pancakes, and my wife asked me if I would make them. So it's Sunday. What better day to make pancakes, especially if you're stuck here in the house, right? So, what you need to do to make the pancakes, you need 2 cups of flour. Okay, I'm just going to be dumping this stuff in here and mixing it together, the dry ingredients first. So 2 cups of all-purpose, just regular plain flour. If you can't get your hands on that right now because of the situations in the stores, this one right here is just going to be in the way. If you can't get into you can't find any flour at the stores, go on Amazon. I happen to find a 5-pound bag of gluten-free flour. Like, there's a gluten-free flour everywhere, and doesn't bother me at all. All right, so we've got the 2 cups of flour. Then we've got 1/4 cup sugar. Okay, go ahead and put that in there. And then we've got 4 teaspoons of baking powder. That's this one here. You want to go ahead and put that in there for me? Go ahead. Take that and dump it in. There you go. Shake it. Kind of bang it on the inside a little bit. Okay, good job. Here. Just like that. All right, 4 teaspoons. We don't need that. All right, so 4 teaspoons of baking powder, and then 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. You want to go ahead and dump that in there? Good job. Yeah, get in there. There you go. All right. Good job. Big helper. And then 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I prefer sea salt anytime I can get away with it. So you don't have to bang that one. That pretty much just comes out easy. All right, now we're going to mix up these dry ingredients first. So why don't you go ahead and whisk these together, just like this, buddy. Okay, you do that. All right, you're also going to need 1.5 cups of milk, and then 1/4 cup of butter melted. I like softened, and then I just, it melts while I'm folding it in. 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract, and 1 large egg. That's the ingredients. When you're done mixing the dry ingredients together, here, let's go ahead and move you down here. When you're done mixing the dry ingredients together, then what you're going to do is you're going to make a well in the middle of the dry ingredients. You're going to pour in your wet ingredients, and then you're going to fold those into the dry ingredients. And then that's your pancake batter. Now, the other thing that you need to know whenever it comes to pancakes, because this is where I always made my mistakes, was you have to cook them on a lower heat. I always cooked them on high heat. I used a lot of oil, and 9 times out of 10 they would come out a little darker than I would want. So you're going to want to do a low-medium heat, and then just a little bit of butter to lightly grease the pan, like literally just a little bit. In fact, one thing you could do, like I take a paper towel and I'll put some butter on it, and I'll just wipe it across the pan and make it wet, and then put it on the heat. Another thing you could do is you could literally just melt some butter on the side and pour half a teaspoon, and then wipe it all over the bottom of the pan before you pour your pancake batter in. And then that's it. Low heat, and you can have some delicious pancakes. So let me take over here for a little bit, and we'll go ahead and finish putting the pancake batter together. Okay, now you can't sit right in front of me. Okay, so you got to sit to the side. There you go, buddy. Okay, so this is all mixed up. Is that good? Okay. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a well in the middle. So Daddy's just going to use this thing. Just like that. Okay. Just like that. All right. And then don't touch. Yes, sir. Okay. So now we're going to put our butter in there. So let me get... Sit down. There you go. All right. Okay.
That's a spoon?
Yes, sir. That's a spoon. And then...
What's in there?
Because I want to. All right, and then we're gonna put an egg in there.
No, that's bacon.
Yes, sir. And we'll put our vanilla in there. Vanilla. That's what makes it taste delicious. And then we're gonna go ahead and put our milk in there. All right. So we're gonna put our milk right in there. All right. And hold on. Daddy's gonna mix this part up. There we go. Now you want to mix it until you can get all the lumps out. And now I'm not a professional cook by any means. I love to cook. I love to make things for the family. I'm definitely a stress baker. I bake whenever I'm stressed, like a lot. That's how I discovered this recipe, and that's how we found out that we liked it so much, because I ended up doubling the recipe, and then I made enough pancakes for us to freeze, and we had pancakes for probably a month. The boys did, especially, because they love pancakes, and so they had pancakes every morning. And that's about it right there. Now, this is the consistency you're looking for. Not too thin, a little thick. You see that? So, if you can see past this little man's gourd. All right. So that's all mixed up. All mixed up. Don't know what to do. All right. So, because this is live streaming, I'm not going to be able to like edit back and forth and cut between here and the pan while I'm cooking it. So I'm physically going to move the camera while we're streaming so that you can see what the pancakes are going to look like once we start cooking them, and when you want to take them off and all that kind of fun stuff. So we'll go ahead and put this in the sink. All right. Now my dishes are pretty full from last night. We made dinner and we decided to play lazy and not do the dishes, so don't mind the mess behind me. And the funny thing is whenever you're quarantined at home, or not exactly quarantined, but we're all stuck home, right? You get creative with your surroundings, and so I've probably rearranged my man cave at least 3 times now, and I'll continue to do so, I'm sure. All right, let me get one of these, and let's see if we can find a spatula. Are you being dramatic? What are you doing? Don't stand up on the counters, please. I don't want you to fall. You're being silly. Oh my goodness. He's a monkey. All right. So, let's see here. Let's get us a nice little pan to cook them in. We'll just get this little one and we'll make single ones. One pancake at a time. All right. Mama made some Black Forest bacon the other day. He's a little monkey now. And it was delicious, and we have some leftovers, so we're definitely going to be eating that with our pancakes today. And get all this stuff out of the way. Okay. So, the stream has literally been taken over by Cord. Cord is now taking over the stream. Okay, now. right, so at the stove, reposition the camera so that you guys can see what's going on here. I'm just going to use a little pan for right now and make single pancakes because all the big pans have been used and we need to do dishes. This is reality. So I'm going to use just a little bit of butter to coat the bottom of the pan. Now, to all of my amazing, beautiful friends from American Iron Gym, you know, it sucks that our gym got shut down. And at least for now, I know we're going to come back stronger than ever because we're a big family like that. But don't judge me for the amount of butter that I use because, well, I love butter. So, I will say that one thing about this current health situation that's going on is that it's really teaching us how to be more innovative. For example, my son's taekwondo class is doing all of their classes through Zoom now, and the senseis are literally at the dojo live streaming to the kids so that they can watch the kids still work and correct them while they're doing their form and all that kind of fun stuff. So they're doing some really neat stuff there, and they're getting the local masters involved now too, so that's pretty neat. And then American Iron Gym, you know, all the gyms in our city, in our state actually, have been shut down. Gyms, restaurants, any place where people can gather more than 10 people. And so in response to that, a lot of us that go to our gym, we're all like family, and so we decided, you know what, we're not going to cancel our memberships or anything. We're going to keep paying into them. And because of that, the owners of the gym have created in-home workouts they're sending to us on a regular basis so that we can continue working out with some simple things that you find around your home. Now, most of us that go to that gym, and myself included, have weights and things like that we can utilize to try and pass by. Lisa Howard, director of the VA hospital, she has an entire squat rack in her garage, and I'm envious. I love that squat rack. I want that squat rack. I was trying to find one fairly inexpensively, and that's just unheard of, especially if you want quality. So I'll have to save up for one of those next. But anyway, on to the pancakes. So as you can see, a little bit of butter, and we're gonna put our pancake batter in there. Nice and easy. That's perfect consistency. So get our pancake batter in there. What, baby? All right. Now, while that's cooking, let me share you another little life hack for you, a little tidbit of information. One of the things that's been really hard for people to get a hold of is hand sanitizer, right? People are asking me, hey, how do you maintain being somebody with an autoimmune disease with the current situation? Well, it's no different than any other day. I mean, I work at a hospital, right? So I'm surrounded by all kinds of fun things. Nobody goes to a hospital when they're feeling well, right? But, you know, we're actually exercising even more hand washing and hand sanitizer, and it's a perfect chance for us to teach our children a little bit more about, you know, staying clean, which is interesting, especially when you have boys. I know most of you know what I'm talking about. So, this little monkey here just wants some attention. So here's one of the other things that I have found. Hand sanitizer is hard to find. So I found a recipe online, and it actually works. Go to a CVS or your local drugstore or whatever it may be, and just get yourself some regular isopropyl alcohol, as long as it's 66% or higher. Me personally, I got the 91%, and I just use a little bit less of it, but I really like the fact that it's stronger, so it kills more germs, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, about half a cup of isopropyl alcohol with half a cup of aloe vera gel, and then just for some smell, a couple of drops of your favorite essential oil, and that's your hand sanitizer. Mix it up, and that'll last you forever. So I made a bunch of it, and you know, we use it around the house regularly, especially now. So that's one thing that we're doing, and feel free to use that. It's definitely going to save you some money in the long run, because if you do find hand sanitizer, somebody has jacked up the price so much that it's ridiculous. So we try to make sure that everything is accessible. Well, you're going to have to wait because we're making pancakes right now. All right, so go check on Mommy. I think Mommy's up. See if Mommy's awake. One of the other things about this situation that we're learning is that typically we spend more time working than we do with our families. It's just a fact of life. You want to be able to put bread on the table, then you have to go to work. And if you have to go to work, then that means somebody else has to watch your children. This whole event, you know, I like to look at the silver linings. We get to spend more time with our children. That's a good or a bad thing, because yes, they do drive me crazy just as much as I'm sure yours drive you crazy. We like to all pretend our children are all angels all the time, but let's face facts, that's not true. But it's those moments that I never get to see because I'm always somewhere else, either working or working. So it's kind of nice that I get to spend this time with my family, and I'm really appreciative of that. And this pancake is turning out amazing. So I'm just waiting for it a little bit longer, and then we'll flip it. Again, remember, low, medium heat. So I have it on 4 right now. Mine has the numbers on it. It goes low, 2, 4, medium, 6, 8, high. So I have it on 4. So that'll give you an idea. It's roughly at about 7 o'clock on the dial. So, all right. Now, I am not a professional by any means, as I've stated before, but I'm going to attempt to flip this without making a mess. Good job. All right. Now, and, wow, looks like my sister just got some very good news. I guess in-home seclusion with your loved ones creates more loved ones. Congrats, sis. So, if you don't know much about that whole situation, it's kind of a cool little story in itself, but on December the 3rd, I was contacted by a beautiful young lady who says, "I'm your sister and I've been searching for you since I was 9 years old." Rewind even more. When I got my job at the VA hospital, through that whole background check, my biological mother was found, and she'd left my father whenever I was just a baby. And I reached out and contacted her, and she contacted me back, and we talked back and forth. And through that whole episode, I have found that I have 2 sisters and 4 brothers. Wow. So the oldest of them, who always thought she was the oldest child, Krista, is 37 years old, and hopefully soon I will be meeting my 37-year-old sister for the first time. There's going to be tears and lots of fun stuff. I'll share that moment with you guys for sure. And our pancake is done, just in time, because little man is getting quite the little hunger attitude. So this is your perfect pancake, right? Both sides. Nice and beautiful, nice and big and fluffy. It's just delicious. So enjoy these pancakes. It's Sunday, it's Pancake Sunday. So make some homemade pancakes. Don't worry about the Bisquick, don't worry about all that other stuff. Just use some flour. If you have a hard time finding flour, again, go on Amazon, get the gluten-free kind. It's easy to get. Nobody's buying that stuff up yet. I got a 5-pound bag of it. Let me see if I can find it, and I'll show you what I got. And then if you're looking for flour, then you can just grab some of that. So I got a bag of organic perfect flour blend is what I got. Namaste. Anyway, it's a 5-pound bag, and it I don't have any issues with it. It still tastes good. So anyway, listen guys, I'm gonna go feed the hunger monster. He is he's on his last leg. He's ready to eat. And then can you tell everybody bye-bye? No? Can you say love you? Can you blow kisses? Can you do anything other than shake your head? No. You're a little turd. You better stop it. You better smile for the camera. Don't smile. Don't smile. All right, guys. Y'all take care. Thanks for watching this. And again, sorry about all the non-professional editing because this is all live. We get creative in our house, right? And I'm new to this whole live streaming thing, so it's not going to be perfect, but this is what it is. Y'all take care.
Okay, so what's the thing you'll do?
Well, you're going to eat this first. And then you can have